Lesson 4, Affirmation. If you want to accomplish things in this world, you have to affirm the things that you want to accomplish. You have to affirm, if not your own ability to accomplish them, at least their accomplishability, let's say. That's one nice thing about the English language, that it's flexible enough to allow you to invent words. So let's say their accomplishability, their doability. To affirm, I can do it. To affirm, I'm a Greek, as I was saying, if you want to speak another language. To affirm that whatever there is to be done, it's possible. And then don't think, I can do it, so much as I can do it. It can be done. Why shouldn't I be able to? It's amazing the extent to which your ability will grow if you will affirm. There are certain things that it would help you to affirm. I suggested when you get up in the morning that you stand up immediately and do some affirmations. Let me give you a few more affirmations that will help to start your day right and be the kind of general affirmation that will generate the flow of energy and magnetism that will also make you effective as a leader. When you get up in the morning, jump out of bed, or however you like to get out of bed, stand by your bedside and immediately walk in place and say, I am awake and ready, I am awake and ready, I am awake and ready, like this. And then tap your body all around, all over like this and say, I am master of my body, I am master of my body, I am master of myself, I am master of my body, I am master of myself. And then rub your hands like this and say, awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells. Awake, rejoice, my body cells. And then tap your head and say, be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. Be glad, my brain, be wise and strong. These attitudes, you see, if you make an affirmation when you just wake up in the morning, your subconscious is a little bit more open then. Another time to affirm effectively is just as you're falling asleep. The subconscious mind is more open and it receives these impressions and you'll find yourself acting accordingly. To affirm what you want to become is different from wishful thinking. Many people get confused on this point. Wishful thinking would be like a general invading a foreign country with 5 soldiers, hoping the enemy is asleep and doesn't really want to fight anyway. Affirmation is studying the enemy's strength and knowing just how much you need to come up with in order to overcome that obstacle. Many people think that negative thinking is that process. They think, oh, I don't want to think negatively, I don't want to know what the obstacles are. Well, if you're thinking of them as obstacles and your will becomes paralyzed as a result, then of course that's negative thinking. But if you're thinking that this is what I have, this is the level of energy I have to contend with, and therefore I'll put out this much more, then that's a part of positive thinking, and anything less is wishful thinking. So if you want to be effective as a leader, for one thing, don't, as I said, don't think about yourself, don't think I'm a leader. Just you like doing it, and if other people want to join you, fine. If they don't, fine. But the other side of it is affirm that this can be done. If you have a strong enough affirmation, your very words will have an effect on your own nervous system, on the minds of others, and in a much more subtle and abstract way on outward circumstances. If you adhere to truth in your life and you make a statement, that statement just about has to become fulfilled because you're supported by the whole reality of the universe. That may seem like rather a cosmic and mystical statement, but bring it down to any level you want, and on some level you'll find it true. Depends on what you can make happen in your own life, on the strength of your own willpower, on the strength of your own affirmation. For example, if you want to be well, you'll be surprised how you can make yourself well by affirmation. I remember years ago, I was put in a hospital in Mexico City with all kinds of things. The doctor told me that I'd be there at least 2 weeks. I might as well just resign myself to it. Well, I was a boy of 19 at the time. My parents had gone to Romania. I didn't have any very easy contact with the family, and I had very little money. And I made a few discreet inquiries as to how much it would cost, and I found it was a lot more than I had. And so I decided, well, I couldn't afford to stay there, and in my anxiety, my determination to get out, I was out in 2 days. People can make themselves well, they make themselves ill all the time by their negative thinking. You can make yourself well by positive thinking. And you can achieve success simply by believing that you can succeed. It isn't important if you fail in anything. With the right affirmation, you can see each failure as a stepping stone to success. What you might say is, instead of, oh, I blew it again, I failed again, which is an affirmation of failure, just say, well, I haven't yet succeeded. And then each failure will be a stepping stone toward ultimate victory. Have that affirmation that you can and must, and then you will see that no matter how many times you fall flat, it will be so that sooner or later the doors will open and you'll be able to do what you have to do. So affirmation, affirm, I am successful. Affirm, I am strong in myself. You know Stalin was not an admirable character, but one thing can be said for him, he was a very strong character and a very strong leader. Stalin wasn't his actual name. I don't remember exactly what it was, but one assumes it ends in Ovsky or something. Anyway, Stalin means steel. And his chauffeur told the story of how he would drive Stalin to work in the morning, and he would be sitting in the back seat and he would be saying, I am Stalin, I am steel, I am steel. We don't like the results, but we have to admire at least the effectiveness of that affirmation. If you can affirm strength without feeling that that strength has to be dictatorial, if you can affirm that you're strong in yourself and with your strength you can lift other people and help other people, but you'll find that if you keep affirming what you want to be instead of affirming by your fear of failure, by doubts, by uncertainty, all those are a sort of affirmation too. If you will affirm success, affirm strength, affirm inner strength, affirm energy and so on, you will see that there is really no limit to the amount of strength that you can develop in yourself, and therefore to the amount of magnetism that you can acquire, that you can develop within yourself.